Hello again. I'm back with the reading from the April 7th through the 8th assignment. This reading is longer, obviously, than the poem, and there's more multiple choice questions, which is why you're supposed to complete it over the course of those 2 days. So I'm going to read it aloud right now. Rico was a border collie with an unusual talent. Read the article to find out what scientists discovered about Rico. Answer the questions that follow. Rico, a dog of many words, by Jean Miller. The words panda, Oscar, and Jumbo may mean nothing to your dog, but to Rico, a border collie from Germany, they're the names of objects in an everlasting game of fetch. Ever since he was 10 months old, Rico's owners have played a game with him using a variety of children's toys, balls, and other items. Now 9, Rico recognizes the names of about 200 objects and can retrieve them on command. 3 years ago, he performed this stunt on a German television game show and caught the attention of scientists at the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology in Leipzig, Germany. They asked his owners for permission to test him and then designed trials to explore what he could do. First, they laid out 10 of his playthings in a room. Out of sight in another room, his owner asked him for one of those objects by name. When he brought that one to her, she rewarded him and asked for another. After he had brought the second one, the researchers laid out a different set of 10 toys and repeated the process. They did this 20 times using 200 playthings that he knew by name and asked for 2 of the 10 objects in each trial. He successfully retrieved 37 of the 40 objects requested. In the next series of trials, they did something different. They put out 8 toys, a blue dinosaur, a ball, a Santa doll, and 5 others. 7 of them were familiar to him. The 8th, a stuffed bunny he'd never seen before. From the other room, his owner called in German, "Rico, where's the T-Rex?" After a little uncertainty, Rico grabbed a familiar dinosaur and raced with it to her. Next, she asked for the Santa Claus. The dog snatched up the red doll and took it to her. Then she asked for the Sirikid, a made-up word he'd never heard before. After looking at all the toys again, Rico went back to his owner with nothing in his mouth. She repeated the question, "Where is the Sirikid?" Rico returned to the room with the toys, looking at them again, and then seized the bunny and carried it to his owner. The trial was repeated 9 times, using, in all, 70 familiar objects and 10 unfamiliar ones. 7 times out of 10, Rico brought the unknown object when he heard the unknown word. Tested later, Rico continued to associate the same new word with the correct new object. For Rico to connect the strange name with the strange toy suggests learning processes humans use when acquiring language for the first time. Experiments have shown that most children nearing age 2 will begin to make the same connection. An experimenter might put 2 objects in front of the child, perhaps a teddy bear and a potato masher, and ask, "May I have the bloof?" Most 2-year-olds, on hearing the nonsense word, will choose the unfamiliar object. In this case, the potato masher, because they know the other object, the teddy bear, has a different name. Just how far Rico's language ability goes, though, is still unknown. His owners say that he can follow directions to put a named toy in a box or to give it to a certain person. The researchers are planning to test this. Is Rico a special dog? He may be, but being a border collie gives him an advantage. For more than a century, border collies have been bred to be working dogs, outstanding in their ability to herd sheep. Donald McKaig, a Virginia sheep farmer and vice president of the American Border Collie Association, says that the breed is exceptionally biddable, trainable, and sensitive to cues. At distances of more than a mile, the shepherd's whistled commands are fainter than bird songs, yet the dog strains to distinguish them and do as bid. Rico is a pet rather than a working dog, but his owners spend 4 to 5 hours a day playing with him. Border collies give back what they get, says McKaig, so it's no surprise that Rico is highly motivated to master the games they play. Hearing about Rico's talents may make you want to race out and get a border collie of your own. However, unless you live on a farm with livestock to herd, McKaig advises don't. They are genetic obsessive compulsives. They must have work to do, and if not given work, they are very unhappy and often become nuisances. They are too much dog for most families. Rico, though, may just be the perfect teacher's pet. So there are 6 multiple choice questions for this. It's just multiple choice for this one because the text is longer and there's more questions. So all you have to do is answer these 6 multiple choice questions. Can't wait to see the work that you do.